The potential monumental move for the Wizards and the Caps. Still a major conversation across the region. Right now, there is that push to relocate both teams, the NBA and the NHL team for D.C., to a new arena in Alexandria, Virginia. Well, we've got team coverage on this monumental controversy between D.C. and Virginia. Our Eric Flack is covering the push by D.C. leaders to keep both teams in the district. But we want to start with our Matthew Torres, who is in Richmond, just outside the Virginia State Capitol. So, Matthew, some Virginia lawmakers today rejected talking about this bill that would create this sports entertainment center. So what does that mean about the future of this project?
Well, Adam, the proposal is still on the table because there is still a House version of the bill. But knowing that senators rejected even discussing their bill is sending a pretty big sign to Governor Glenn Youngkin.
It could have been a pivotal moment for a monumental project, but instead, lawmakers in the Virginia Senate chose not to advance a bill that would make way for a new Washington Capitals and Wizards arena in Alexandria.
I will not allow a billionaire to build his company's wealth on the taxpayer's dime.
Senate Finance Committee Chair Louise Lucas of Portsmouth says as far as she's concerned, the bill is dead. It proposed to create a sports authority that would issue more than $1 billion in bonds to build a massive sports and entertainment district. Monumental Sports would have to repay the loan from the revenue it generates.
Is there anything else that can be done to get your vote?
Probably not, especially since the governor wants to put the full faith and credit of the Commonwealth behind this project.
Senators say Governor Glenn Youngkin, who argued the project would bring billions of dollars in economic benefits and 30,000 jobs, made several bad moves. For one, they say he pushed too quickly without proper analysis. Senator Scott Servell of Fairfax County blames Youngkin for failing to even consider what Democrats want passed.
He has not really expressed an openness to discussing it, and the speech he gave this weekend was highly partisan and gave a lot of us and a lot of people in our caucus a lot of concern about whether he's really truly serious about working with us or not.
Today's progressive Democratic Party does not believe in, nor do they want, a strong America.
Servell is referring to this speech when Youngkin accused Democrats of abandoning American values. In a statement, Youngkin's spokesperson said the governor is confident at the end of the day that the General Assembly will come together because the project is good for the entire Commonwealth.
Which is a complete and total turnoff for me.
But tonight, the proposal isn't completely off the table. There is still a House version that passed a committee last week. If the full House votes to approve it, the bill would cross over to the Senate, where several key lawmakers already lack confidence in Monumental Sports owner Ted Leonsis.
If he's willing to renege on the lease for the folks in D.C., what's to say he wouldn't do that to us? So no, I'm just not willing to take those risks. Not under my watch.
Now, if that House bill passed, that means the General Assembly would still have to vote on this bill again next year for it to move forward. But the gap in time would help bring in an opportunity to create more studies on the impact on life there for Alexandria residents. And as I speak, the House session is happening right now, and lawmakers are expected to vote on the second reading of this House bill. Reporting live at the Virginia State Capitol in Richmond, I'm Matthew Torres, WUSA 9.
Well, it certainly sounds like, Matthew, the governor is going to have to mend fences in the state Senate. Even if that House version passes, he's going to need to get some of them back in his court. All right, Matthew Torres.